Hey everyone. So I've decided that I look better from further away. So I have extended the arm on the selfie stick for part two of this video. It took me a long time to get to shoot another video. I was kind of not in the mood, and I had shot part one of candle dyeing, adding different colors to candles, and then um, my battery died in the middle, and then I got sick, and then I was not in the mood to make a video for a while, and then I was just watching Kyla, who kind of makes videos pretty much every week, 3 videos, and it's sort of inspiring because she kind of does it come rain or shine, whether she's sick or grieving or whatever she's going through. And I have to make sure that I speak loud enough here because now that the selfie stick is further away. So part two of candle dyeing, I was talking about the blue bean revolution in Bengal, India. Basically, there was the whole reason that the blue bean is at all important in history is because there was this revolution, and one could argue that it was kind of the tinder and spark that started the resistance to British occupation, although I think there were so many factors, honestly. But anyway, it is one of the few places in nature where you can get cobalt blue or indigo from a natural source. It's quite hard to come by otherwise, and so in the 1700s, the Baroque era, it was very popular. So basically, I discovered that I learned all this stuff by talking to my local friends in India, and I discovered that you could use it to rub into candles, and it makes a lovely, meditative, healing blue color. It looks sort of cloudy, and I think that if you use too much, it goes a little too dark, but maybe it's just me, but I tend to prefer the kind of pastel colored candles. Okay, yes, that was that. And then another thing that you can use is beet juice. Now, beet juice is different because what I discovered with beet juice is that the process of rubbing it in doesn't really work for some reason. I'm not quite sure what the properties of beet juice are, but I found that I had to grate a bunch of beets into a bowl and then pour water into the bowl, let that sit overnight, and then dip the entire candle into this sort of gelatinous beet juice which would form, and then rest it on the lips of the bowl and turn it every so often until it dried, and that seemed to work better, which is a completely different process from what you would use with the blue bean. Blue bean. Well, it comes in a liquid form, but you can get it in powder also. And then, of course, there's turmeric. Oh, by the way, if you want to do turquoise, you just add bleach to the beet mixture, apparently. And supposedly, it's also possible to grind stinging nettle root, and you can get turquoise that way, but I haven't tried that personally, so I don't know if that works. But the other one is turmeric, so you can get yellow candles that way, and that's as far as I got. I remember one ritual I did for winter solstice where I tried to make black candles, and I used charcoal from the stove with cooking oil. Don't do that, because the cooking oil is really quite flammable, and we had to rush through our ritual because the candles were sparking, and also they were burning down at twice the speed. So yeah, if you decide to use, and I think also the charcoal, when it mixes with the wax, it actually forms a sort of external wick. So your whole candle is going to turn into a torch. Yeah, so the black candles are a ticklish problem. I don't really know what to recommend for that. I suppose you could use ash, but you're going to run into the same thing with the with it forming a secondary wick. And is that all the colors? Yes. I did mostly use watercolors when I was making these candle arrangements, and then I would do top and bottom, so I would often do like blue and yellow, or green and lavender, or some kind of nice color combination. Which it ends up looking sort of professional. If you use two colors, it comes out looking kind of like store-bought or something. It looks nice anyway, whereas I found when I did solid colors, I could not keep the consistency close enough. I often had some of my blue candles coming out really dark blue because I used too much blue bean, and then some of the others would be like a sky blue. And this is a really quite boring video, but I wanted to cap off the previous one, which I actually, when I watched it just now, I thought looked really good. So I wanted to not leave you guys hanging, because I know you're all on the edge of your seats. Anyway, I will leave this there, and then I will go and shoot you another video, which is for a book review. And I'm gonna reach toward my camera and shut it off.